For centuries, we've looked at the night sky and wondered the same question. Are we truly alone in the universe? It's a question so massive it crosses science, religion, and philosophy. And yet, today, for the first time in human history, we may be getting closer to an answer. Because this is no longer a matter of belief, it's a matter of data. In 1992, we discovered the first planet orbiting a star outside our solar system. Today, there are over 5,000 confirmed exoplanets, and many of them sit within the habitable zone, the region where liquid water could exist. Among them is one called K2-18b, a planet 120 light-years from Earth, with a thick atmosphere, possibly oceans, and, according to recent analysis, traces of a molecule called dimethyl sulfide. On Earth, this molecule is only produced by living organisms. That doesn't mean K2-18b has life, but it means lifelike conditions are no longer science fiction. They are scientific probability. And that changes everything. Because now the question isn't just, is there life out there? Now it's, how many planets like this are we missing? Some scientists estimate there could be as many as 300 million Earth-like planets in our galaxy alone. That's just in the Milky Way. And there are over 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe. So if life can emerge on one tiny rock orbiting one star, why not everywhere? Maybe life isn't rare. Maybe it's inevitable. But if life is inevitable, where is everybody? This is the heart of the Fermi paradox. With billions of potentially habitable planets, why haven't we seen undeniable proof of intelligent life? There are many possible answers. Some are scientific, others are unsettling. One idea is that intelligent life is extremely rare, that while microbes may be common, civilizations are not. They might destroy themselves before becoming interstellar. Or perhaps the conditions that lead to intelligence are a cosmic accident. Another possibility is the zoo hypothesis, that advanced civilizations are deliberately avoiding us. They watch, they wait, but they don't interfere. Like scientists observing wildlife without disturbing the ecosystem. And then there's the chance that we're simply not looking the right way. Maybe alien life isn't carbon-based. Maybe it doesn't communicate with light or sound. Maybe it exists in dimensions we can't detect or timelines we can't comprehend. And maybe they've already found us, but they don't recognize us as intelligent. It's also possible that life has a tendency to rise and fall, that civilizations blink into existence and disappear before they ever meet. Time, after all, is vast. And we've only been sending signals into space for a few decades. That's nothing compared to the age of the universe. So the silence doesn't mean we're alone. It might just mean we're early, or very, very late. The search for life isn't just happening in deep space. It's also happening closer to home. Right here in our solar system, we have several candidates. Places that might, just might, harbor microbial life beneath their surfaces. One of the most promising is Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Its icy crust hides a vast liquid ocean. And where there's water, there's potential. Scientists believe that Europa may have hydrothermal vents, like the ones deep in Earth's oceans, where life thrives without sunlight. Another is Enceladus, a tiny moon of Saturn. It shoots plumes of water into space, water that contains organic molecules. NASA has already flown spacecraft through those plumes, and what they found suggests Enceladus may be alive in the most alien sense. Then there's Titan, Saturn's largest moon. It has rivers and lakes, not of water but of methane. A different chemistry, a different kind of habitability. Even Mars still holds secrets. Seasonal methane spikes, underground ice, strange structures in ancient riverbeds. Maybe life was there once. Maybe it's still hiding beneath the surface, waiting. Because life, it seems, is not fragile. It's persistent. It adapts. It evolves. And maybe it's everywhere. But what if life isn't just hiding in water or waiting beneath ice? What if it's something else entirely? We tend to search for life that looks like us. Carbon-based, oxygen-breathing, living in moderate temperatures. But that's only one model, ours. What if the universe works with a wider palette? There's a theory called shadow biosphere. It suggests that alien life could exist right here on Earth, but we haven't detected it because it's built from a different chemistry. Different molecules, different rules. What if it's silicon-based instead of carbon? What if its cells are crystals? What if it doesn't use water at all? Or imagine life made not of matter, but of energy. Creatures that exist in plasma clouds, in magnetic fields, in light itself. Beings so different from us that we wouldn't even recognize them as alive. And maybe we've already seen them. Maybe they're in the data we've dismissed. The signals we couldn't decode. The anomalies we ignored. Because when we define life too narrowly, we risk missing everything that doesn't fit. The truth is, we don't know what life looks like outside of Earth. We only know what it looks like here. And that could be blinding us to everything else. Oh, what happens if we find it? What if one day a telescope locks onto a planet and sees something it shouldn't? A glimmer, a structure, a signal that can't be explained. How would we react? Governments would analyze, scientists would argue, and people would divide. Some would celebrate, others would panic. Religions might be challenged or strengthened, because discovering life beyond Earth wouldn't just change astronomy. It would change identity. It would force us to ask, who are we really? Not the center of creation, not the only voice in the void, but one of many, a thread in a much larger fabric. And if we're not alone, then what else is possible? Where do we fit? What's our role? Do we reach out? Do we stay silent? Or has someone already decided for us? Because maybe, just maybe, the moment we find life is also the moment we're found. Maybe life is everywhere, quiet, hidden, waiting. Maybe it's rare. Or maybe it's watching. We search for alien life with telescopes and satellites, with chemistry and radio waves. But what if the answer isn't out there? What if it's within our own perception? What if we're not ready to find it? What if we already did? The universe doesn't owe us answers. It only gives us questions. And sometimes those questions are more powerful than truth. Because the real discovery isn't about aliens. It's about understanding ourselves through the lens of the unknown. When we look up, we're not just searching the stars. We're searching the edges of our own imagination. And maybe the greatest message isn't a signal from another world, but the silence itself. A silence that dares us to keep listening, to keep wondering, to keep asking the most human question of all, are we truly alone?